So, what's your favorite thing about teaching this class?
I like the variability of everything that we do all the time. The Code.org curriculum provides a great foundation, but I like then infusing Scratch. I like infusing the robots.
Yeah.
It's whatever the kids want it to be. That's what makes it kind of fun for me to do this.
What's the hardest thing about starting to teach coding?
Getting started, I think, is the hardest part of getting started. When we first implemented this, we didn't have this as part of our curriculum, so it was a new thing to learn, and that's, I think, a problem for a lot of teachers because they don't want to be the learner when they're trying to teach. But with this environment, it works. I can say, I don't know what's the best answer. Who has an idea for this one? And I let the kids help facilitate that. So,
And why is this important?
Because it is the future. Every kid that I teach will say that. They go, "This is my future. This is what I want to do when I grow up." And we talk about the job discrepancy and who's being prepared and who's ready to have those jobs, and the numbers that aren't matching up. And so they know that there's a need for this, and they see the reason to learn this at this point. So,
all right, thank you.
You bet. Sit out, click your little trampoline, and see what happens, and then take a peek. Do you think he needs to go higher? Do you think he needs to go faster? So now I think we have all three things that we need. We have food, we have water, and we have entertainment, because those are the three things pets need from us, right? Now, here comes the real thing. We're going to create a new variable block called happiness. And at the beginning of the game, his happiness is going to be set at 100%. But every so often, that number is going to decrease. And the only way that that happiness will get lifted and higher is if we feed him, or water him, or have her play on the trampoline. So when I receive that broadcast block for the drink and the trampoline, you want to change the happiness to a positive number. Does it have to be the same number? No. Maybe happiness isn't as worth as much as food. Maybe drink is worth more than happiness. You have to decide what you want that to be. Oh, you caught a bug. Lauren noticed that her trampoline isn't showing.
Oh yeah,
You caught it. So yeah, we didn't get that. We didn't reiterate that. So we need to grab a show block, remember?
Can you tell me what you're doing here?
We're making a virtual pet. We got to choose a pet and decorate them and add little costumes for them to change. And we got to add sounds and backdrops and wording and messages.
So, can you show me what it does?
So this one is for my little unicorn to start where it stands and for it to talk. And to change its happiness level. And then this one is for when I go up to the rainbow.
So what's your favorite thing about doing the programming?
Probably decorating your character and the sprites. Because you can change their color and make them move and do all kinds of different things with them.
What would you say to kids who are interested in learning about coding?
If you would like to do this, I think it's really fun. I think it's fun to kind of get to express yourself and make your own game and stuff.
So what pet did you choose?
A lion.
Oh, why a lion?
Because it was a different one and I didn't want to do the run-of-the-mill stuff.
All
a
right.
dog or a cat.
And what's your favorite part of doing this kind of programming?
Because you can do whatever you want, pretty much. There's no limits to what you can do.
So what's your favorite thing that you did that is like nobody else's?
Well, I did in Scratch one time a blob that exploded.
All right. And so can you show me one of these programs and just tell me what it does?
This one, when you receive drink from the water glass, it goes to the drink,
All right.
drinks it.
So can you show me?
He's very demanding.
So if there are kids who are not sure about learning how to code, what would you say to them?
Coding is fun. everyone thinks coding, you have to do this or that specifically, but you can do whatever you want.
What's the hardest thing about coding?
Well, the hardest thing is like making sure you have the right blocks, because there are so many different blocks like in all of these sections, so you have to make sure you have the right one, otherwise the code won't work at all.
All right. Can you show us the coolest thing that your program does?
I think the coolest thing is that when he jumps on the trampoline, that you can like determine how high he goes, and then it just disappears for like a few seconds. It also makes sound, so if I click on him,
Coding is awesome!